very much related to what we do on our day-to-day business and activities. And it's really about competition. You saw how on the video we collaborate together and to really go after the competition. And then that case was in the hockey arena. But again, in the business world with you, our partners, that's actually what we do. And I'm sure through the next few days, you're going to have a chance to learn how we are going to be going after the competition. Now, it also made me think something which is very interesting, right? So the video was about hockey, and hockey is very well known, of course, in North America. Do we have anybody from Canada in the house? Yeah? The Canadian friends? Come on, guys. This is where you help me kind of build the momentum. What about also different sports that we have? We have baseball, right? And we have anybody from the U.S.? Anybody from the U.S.? Any Boston fans? Boston fans in the house? Now, this is also an international conference, as you know, not only U.S. and Canada, but we also have delegates from many, many countries throughout Latin America. And in terms of sports, that will, of course, be soccer, right? So we have anybody from Brazil in the house? Does Brazil in the house? Come on, guys. World Cup, Brazil 2014, that's the noise you make? Come on. Then also we have Latin America, right? We have many, many countries from Latin America represented here. We have Central America, we have the Caribbean, we have Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Uruguay, Mexico. Well, hold on. Mentioning Mexico, World Cup in the same sentence is almost dangerous, right? Why is that? Well, as you know, in 2014, we were having the World Cup, and I saw some Mexican friends really trembling. So we have the World Cup in 2014 in Brazil, and our host, Mexico, is trying to go still to the World Cup. So because of that, is basically they're struggling to get into the World Cup, and they were competing into the last game, and. Thanks to the U.S. team, actually, is that they gave them an opportunity to go. So, actually, let me show you kind of look at the reaction. This is the Mexico team playing, while at the same time, the U.S. team is playing versus Panama. So, if Mexico wins, they have the chance to go to the World Cup. If Mexico loses, they don't. But then at the same time, the U.S. game is going on versus Panama. So just take a look at the reaction of the Mexico team who is losing and not going to the World Cup. Let's roll the video. So what I like to do is, in representation of the U.S., I like to bring in Carl Sullivan, who runs the U.S. Channel organization here up on stage. Big round of applause. So, Carl, on representation of the entire Mexico country, I'd like to represent you this jersey, so you can actually wear it with pride.
Wow.
And, actually, if you want to play with
I think I can pass. Could I pass for a Mexican soccer player?
You're right. Now, the important thing is, today, Mexico is playing against New Zealand. And today, Mexico has its first chance to try to go back into the World Cup. So I'm sure that you're going to be wearing that and just cheer us up, right?
You and I don't get paid on New Zealand business.
No.
We definitely get paid on Mexico's business.
We can ship it from Miami.
Even Mexico.
We can ship it from Miami, no count. So, just kidding. No big market. So, by the way, also besides Carl, let me introduce you also to a few folks. We have Miles Davis, who's now the Canada channel leader, if Miles can stand up. We also have Santiago Aguirre, who's the new channel leader. And we have Chris Jones, who's now the Vice President for Global Distribution and Information Strategy. And after that, there's Chris Thomas, who's our Senior Director for Channel Services Development. These are all additions to the channel organization. Again, it's great to have them. So please make sure that you reach out to them. Both Miles and Santiago are going to be running the channel breakouts, the regional breakouts. So make sure that you reach out to them and engage with them. So we have a great agenda and a very exciting 3 days ahead of us. And just one of them, just briefly point out a couple of things that are happening. So today we're going to kickstart with Pierre Paul Allard, who's our Senior Vice President for Worldwide Sales, as well as Richard Saranga, who's our Global Channel Lead.
Right. And then we're going to go into the Solution Experience Hall. There's going to be a number of breaks that happen throughout this event. And this is the Solution Experience Hall last year. It's our DevConnect partners, it's our key distributors, it's our BUs that are there, all showing off their greatest technologies and solutions. So please spend the time, meet with them, and they'll be there quite a bit. And usually the reviews on this is quite outstanding. It's right across the hall, I believe.
Absolutely.
And then throughout this afternoon, we're going to hear from finance, from Avaya Connect. We're going to hear all about our cloud strategy, which many of you have been talking to me about in the hallways. We're going to talk about partner technical enablement. We talk about enablement a lot from a sales standpoint, but from a technical enablement side, what we can offer. We're going to talk about competitive intelligence. Enzo, always a fan favorite at this event, talking about the tools out there that you can leverage and utilize. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the solutions. It's not about selling products or point solutions. It's about selling a total solution that's out there. And then this afternoon, there are going to be, as you mentioned, the breakouts, the theater breakouts. So as we learn about the strategy, well, how does it affect the particular theater?
Right.
And then tonight, always our favorite, the award ceremony.
Absolutely. We're going to have a couple of surprises at the award ceremony, so can't wait for that. Now then, tomorrow, which is day 2, we'll have the Avaya CTO perspective by our own Brett Shockley. We're also going to have news and views from how to take on the mid-market, the Avaya client services, professional services. We're going to talk a little bit about marketing, and then we're going to have a special guest speaker, Robin Garres, who's the Executive Vice President and founder of the Emergence Research. He's going to walk us through a lot of very interesting topics around market trends. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have a break for the different networking activities that most of you selected already. So you're going to have a chance to kind of get together, spend some time with one each other. So it should be fun for an afternoon. And then tomorrow night, we're going to close the day with a Mexican fiesta.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
That's going to be great.
And then day 3, Friday, the requests that you have, and we talked about the technologies you want to learn more about, is from a networking standpoint, a video standpoint, and a contact center. So we have our BU leads here to really dig into the technology and talk to you about where we're going in the direction that we're heading right now. And again, I think most of you are pre-assigned for that as well, and where those breakouts are. And then in the afternoon, we're actually going to get a chance to hear from Roberto and his marketing strategy, and where we're going. And I do want to take a chance to thank Roberto and his field marketing and channel marketing team that have actually put on this event. There's a lot of work to make this done, so thank you, Roberto. And then in the afternoon, closing up is J.B. Wood, who wrote the book Consumption Economics, a really relevant speaker for what's going on in today's time and economy and what's happening in today's environment. To actually leave here with a lot of energy and excitement about where Avaya is going and the market opportunity for all of us. So it's just going to be a great 3 days.
Awesome. Can't wait. Now, this is great content in terms of Avaya's strategy, the channel programs, and how we leverage the business relationship to really win together. But none of this could be possible without the help and support from our business sponsors. So I'd like to please join me in welcoming and giving these guys a big round of applause for being the sponsors of the event. And you'll have a chance to meet most of them. We have the expo area, as you were saying, as well as most of them are here as well. So just make sure that you reach out to them directly.
And lastly, this is about participation and teamwork. Now today we're fortunate. Mother Nature is helping us with participation today.
Really? It's by design.
But as we move forward, we really want to make sure this agenda is driven by many of you. We want to make sure that we're listening to your feedback and hold each other accountable. So it's going to be a great 3 days and great participation by all.
Awesome. So let's get started. So again, thank you very much for joining. Today, this is the kickoff of the Avaya Executive Partner Forum, and it's my great pleasure to introduce Avaya's Senior Vice President for Worldwide Sales, Pierre-Paul Allard.
Good morning. There you go. Well, I hope you have a great conference. As you saw from Roberto, we have a very packed agenda for you. We have the A team here.